Coffee. Coffee with Tim Black. Yeah. Hey people, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in to Coffee with Tim Black. This is a show where I give you the news you need to know real quick, real fast, and you can enjoy it over a cup of coffee.
I'm serious. Honey, your coffee's undrinkable.
Pretty harsh.
Well, so's your coffee.
Let's do it. Donald Trump wants black votes. That's right, the man's looking to get some black votes under his belt. And if you've been paying attention to the polls, you would know that Donald Trump's been doing a pretty good job. I mean, he went from like 3% black vote to like 20. And those are Democrats. Yeah, so Hillary's shaking in her boots. That's why Obama came out the other day and was like chastising black folks. Because what are you doing voting for Trump? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? I own you. I mean, I'm your guy. Well, anyway, so Donald Trump's in Ohio at a ceremony where he's trying to do outreach to black people. Come on, black person, vote for me. Come on, black person. See, I like black people. Come here. You know, he's doing that thing. And who introduces him? None other than Donald King. Don King introduces Don Trump. And dude, this was a train wreck. Ladies, it was horrible. Look, first of all, Don King needed a teleprompter. This guy's meandering. If this was a road and this was him driving, his speech was him driving a car, he was all on the curb, all up in the trees. I mean, the speech was going nowhere. And somewhere along the line, I think Don King realized that, so he started telling a story about how he was talking to Michael Jackson one time. He said, Mike, you know, if you a poor Negro, you was a poor Negro. If you a rich Negro, you was a rich Negro. And then he dropped the N-word. He said, if you were dancing and sliding, you are... And you should have seen the faces of the people behind him. They, you know, very awkward, right? The word for it is awkward. Here's the thing, man. Don King should have stayed home. That's right, man. He got no business. Why you have Don King opening for you? He's not revered in the black community. What has this guy done? He robbed players. He bamboozled boxers out of their money. And, he's, flamboyant. His hair's still crazy. He's still just unhinged. D said, man, what Don King did is basically what we call skinning and grinning. He not only skinned and grinned, made himself look bad, but he made all the black people in that audience feel like not the N-words, not Negroes, but the other end. Thanks, Don. Last night, while I was still reeling from the death of Terrence Crutcher and the aftermath of that, dealing with that emotions, and I dropped a heck of a video on it. You should go watch it here, guys. Let me give you a couple seconds to click it. You can open that window. I was bombarded with the live footage of a protest going on in Charlotte, North Carolina, where a man by the name of Keith Lamont Scott had been shot in his vehicle waiting for his child to come home from school off the bus. You got on one side of this equation, you got people saying that Mr. Scott was reading a book in his car, in his Jeep, minding his business. The police officers were in plain clothes. They were looking for someone else, and they happened to see him walking out of his car with a gun, and then he got back in the car with a gun, and he got out the car with a gun, and then they had to shoot him to death. But the people say he had a book. So there is no footage. The officers were in plain clothes. This is true. Now, what ensued after this was a day-long, it seemed like forever protest. I don't mean a protest, not that, Colin Kaepernick protest where you take a knee or you sit down or whatever. No, we talk about people throwing rocks, the police tear gassing people getting arrested. We're talking about a real throwdown. This was a situation where cars were damaged, Walmart got looted. People just acted up. People boiled over. So I don't know what to make of exactly what happened here, but I know this. The man didn't have a warrant. He's in an open carry state. Why does it seem like whenever black guys get shot for having guns, they're typically in a place where they're supposed to be able to have a gun, and they never shoot the gun, but the fact they got the gun makes cops shoot them. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe the NRA would like to, educate me why they aren't lobbying. Why aren't I seeing commercials where the NRA supports their people who carry guns legally? Now, I'm not saying this man had a gun because I don't know that, right? And with me, right, I always wait to see footage because I don't believe what people tell me as far as police officers, because they have, they have a blue wall of silence. But this is the thing. It doesn't change the fact that even if he did have a gun, it's not illegal to have a gun. Next story. Someone who appears to be Hillary Clinton's former private computer specialist asked Reddit for some help hiding a very VIP email address from appearing when that person emailed other people. This is very interesting, guys. This is the story right here that people have been waiting for. They're like, Tim, you got to cover it. Tim, you got to cover it. I'm so tired. I'm tired of Hillary Clinton. I really am. That woman is like a wooden refrigerator. Nothing sticks to her. No magnet can stick to her. No charges stick to her. No scandals stick to her. No evidence stick to her. No claims of carelessness or claims of sickness. Nothing sticks. Everything flows off of Hillary Clinton. So let me get back to this. I'm just tired of Hillary. It turns out the Reddit user was probably Paul Combetta, computer specialist who recently was granted immunity by the Justice Department in its investigation of the Clinton private server email scandal. Do you understand what this means? This means, now if this is true, this means he was stripping away classified information from classified documents knowingly. And this would revoke his immunity, which could bring the whole house of cards down, folks. She's corrupt. Okay, we know this. What can we do about it? You know what we can do about it. You guys talk to me. Other than that, vote for her. She's already not getting my vote, but what else can we do? This would show intent. Intent. Now what? I'm Tim Black, guys. Thank you for tuning into the show. Tonight you got to tune in because I got a special guest from TLC's Suddenly Royalty. Drew Howe joins us to discuss what it was like being a regular Joe and then finding out you actually descend from royalty and are now royalty. It's a very interesting show, a little change of pace, guys. See you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Anoa, The Way with Anoa on Twitter. Follow her. And shout out to all my team for making this possible. Guys, if you got ideas for coffee, because I'm trying to team up with a coffee company to support this show, and also because I drink so much coffee, it's becoming addictive, and I'd like to promote it. Hit me up at tim@timblacktv.com. That's all I got for you today. You be safe, watch your back. And like I always say, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Coffee with Tim Black.